on the Trinity of Manifestation, and specifically two things that are really going to help us build energy, build fuel for that inspired action, that effortless effort, and really break through some patterns of resistance. So I just want to talk about building energy and repatterning resistance. First off, aspiration and intention. If you want to transform your process for doing, or like really how you show up and respond in the world, it is about, first off, starting with the fuel. The fuel for action, the fuel for that forward progress is clarity and emotion. Emotion combined with intention. Okay. So I want to talk about aspiration, and intention. So let's say that you love playing music, or you want to be a coach, or you're trying to write a book, right? Basically, my friends, to build deep energy for action is to first sit in meditation and tap into your aspiration. This is like your distant vision of glory, per se. Imagine your vision of glory. At the end of the day, what's that dream that you can glimpse kind of far off, you know? This dream, this goal, for me, it's organizing a self-sustained tribe that runs transformational, retreats and immersions. And just like glimpsing that aspiration, that highest aspiration, what's your highest hope, right? Really imagine it. The goal of it is to invoke positive, uplifting feelings, this forward energy, right? Imagine your aspiration. So getting clear on your aspiration and your intention is critical. So your aspiration is your dream of your highest destiny. Your intention, per se, is kind of your vision or mission for this phase. Maybe it's a creative phase. Maybe it's in a relationship. Your intention, my friends, is basically coming into this phase and imagining the process itself. How do you want to move today? That's your intention for the day. How do you want to vibe? How do you want to flow? What's your intention for writing this next chapter? How does it want to look? How do you want to be through it? So getting into the two meditations here. First off, sit down. Let's say I'm going to take music, for example, and use music throughout this whole thing. Let's say you want to be a really great musician. You have this aspiration of changing lives, of impacting millions of people, being one of the greatest conscious artists out here today, right? Sit down and meditate on that aspiration. Meditate with this aspirational, uplifting energy, like this will to power. It's your solar glory. The more we can remind ourselves of our highest destiny, of our dream, like the more we can tap into that, the more energy we build and organize our energies around it. Okay, that dream can evolve. It doesn't have to be a perfect vision. This is aspiration, right? So really think of the dream that's going to move you. Sit down in meditation and start imagining it, letting the feelings burn inside of you, letting strength and power rise up, right? And let's say you do that meditation, you're sitting next to your guitar. Going into the next phase, the intention phase. Intention is where we communicate to our subconscious the action and how we want to be in the action. You see, my friends, when we fall into patterns of needing discipline or requiring a lot of willpower or these types of things, or we feel unfocused, we're not priming the flow state. In intention work, we are priming a flow state. So you're sitting down next to your guitar, per se, or sitting at the keyboard. I want you to imagine how you feel in that process of playing that guitar. I want you to imagine as if you were obsessed over the music. Really ask yourself, what is your creative capacity? What is your potential? What would it look like if I was utterly obsessed with this action, right? And now I want you to imagine your intention. This can be done in anything, my friends. If it's going to the gym, for instance, your aspiration is that vision of perfect vitality, health, and strength and fitness, right? Really imagine that. Your intention is the process. How do you intend to be at the gym today? How do you intend to bring your energy? How do you want to be? Do you want to be vibing and flowing and focused and intense and having fun? How do you want to be in playing the music, right? What this is doing by imagining the process itself, by visualizing the process, you are setting an intention in a feeling way. You see, you are feeling into what you are about to do. And by combining that visual with that feeling, right, you are communicating deeply to the subconscious the directions. You see, and by doing this, you actually organize your energies, and it is a radical consequence of this organization that you just come into that flow state. This is priming, right? So we're sitting there and we're imagining how we want to be in playing the music, right? Or writing that book. And then what I like to do, my friends, after that is take a little walk. Maybe just release it all, release it into the universe in faith. Basically, do something where you allow yourself to come to homeostasis and the subconscious receives the directions. You know, meditate and just be, do some breath work, go for a walk, take a little nap. And right after that, it's time to come in and let that energy that you built up burn forth, burn out of a deep place inside of you. Why these two meditations? In my coaching processes and, you know, working with people, I really encourage these two because this really repatterns resistance and this half showing up. When we have a lot of programs operating in the mind because we haven't used the conscious mind to communicate to the subconscious how we want to do something, what it looks like, what's the feeling we're creating. We don't really know. We're not sure. We don't have this knowing in the being, and we don't have directed energy. So if you're failing in the action phase of things, if you're failing to, you know, really hit that flow state, what we need to do, my friends, is come here and start with aspiration. This is building energy. Aspiration on a weekly basis. You don't have to do the aspiration quite every day, but on a weekly basis, I remind myself of my highest dream, of that highest potential. Aim your arrow of longing for your highest hope. Zarathustra once said that, you know, and really remind yourself. That alone, my friends, invokes such inspiration, such a reminder of your power and your mission here. That's aspiration, right? Then we come down here to vision and mission and intention, right? And this is the second phase. You see this cycle right here, this whole cycle in the Trinity of Manifestation is about taking your aspiration, your highest hope, and creating a mission you can see, right? Something within the horizon that you want to create, that you want to do, and setting intentions around it. Intention being in that place of feeling and visualizing the process. This is energy building. You see, if we're struggling with action and concentration, it's because we didn't prime our energy properly. We didn't focus and harness our energy and resources, you know, from this space into the action phase. And when we do this effortlessly, this is alchemy. We remove force from our life and tap into this feeling of power, where your beingness erupts out of you. You're up-leveling your beingness, where actions are the consequence of that, right? So building energy is right here. Repatterning resistance is right here, which we'll get into a little bit here. But basically, in that process, we build energy, we go into an action, and then we dissolve. If you want to go deeper into the full Trinity of Manifestation, make sure to go sign up for the full masterclass coming out in April, or maybe next week. I got to make the time on that still. But this is just a mini. Two things that are really going to up level is reminding yourself of your highest aspiration on a daily basis, you know, maybe before you go to sleep, reminding yourself where you're going. The more we can imagine it, imagine being there, the more we're communicating to ourselves an identity, a self-image in which we can live into. The vision work is on a daily basis. The mission work is on a daily basis. You know, what is your creative mission? Maybe it's in a relationship. Visualize your intention at the gym, for your intimacy, for how you eat and walk. If you're finding yourself needing discipline, willpower, or constantly falling to old patterns, right? It's because we're not intending our energy. We're not reminding ourselves where our energy should go. Therefore, we're going to be scattered. You know, procrastination, all these things will drift in. And furthermore, we're going to have to use force. Force is when the conscious mind needs to impose authority over the subconscious. Let's say like you believe that making videos is hard and you don't imagine yourself like effortlessly making great content, right? Well, if your self-image is that way and you haven't primed your energy with intention, well, then you're going to need to use force. You're going to have to use all this like tightness and discipline and force to try to make a video, and it's not going to flow from the depth of you. Prime your energy well, and you can effortlessly flow into it. This is that inner alchemy element. So building energy is all about vision and intention. I hope I did a good intro there. Wondering if anyone else is, let's see, any other questions here? No questions. Okay. So with that, let's get into a little bit of repatterning resistance, one of the main training docs I've been working on. So if you constantly are finding yourself snapping back into these patterns of resistance, where it's hard to, focus on your work, maybe resistance in showing up in a relationship, resistance to going to the gym, whatever it is, by finding patterns of resistance and learning to break that pattern, repattern it, so much momentum is regained in life. You see, at the basis of the philosophy is that progress towards a worthy goal is everything. That is fulfillment. That is happiness. Really making progress towards your highest glory, right? And when we're suffering from addictions, when we're suffering from self-sabotage, rampant emotional chaos, these kinds of things, what's happening is we're not making progress towards a worthy goal. So therefore, since we're like not at the gym, which our deepest self wants to be doing, or working out, or in nature, or writing our book, when we're not doing what the deepest self wants, we fall backwards. This is where addiction, procrastination strikes. And ultimately, by repatterning resistance and learning to prime energy, we can make massive breakthroughs in life. So just some quick steps here. That's really all I want to communicate. The 2 steps for building energy, and then some steps for repatterning resistance if we're getting caught. 1 is identify the challenge. In a meditation, hold your body open, right? Hold your body open and begin breathing. Begin really relaxing and becoming alert, tranquil but alert. And in this place of contemplation and meditation, we can identify the challenge. Let's see, did someone else know? We can identify the challenge. So what is the resistance you're facing? Is it to, doing the morning routine that you told yourself you're going to do? Is it, doing workouts? Is it, writing your book? Is it the meditations you want to start, embodying? Accept where you're at. Accept the resistance. We need to learn to love resistance. Resistance is there to make us stronger, right? And by accepting where we are and accepting the resistance as a valid foe, in fact, a divine part of the path, what we do is we create the space to actually feel the resistance. And that brings us into observing the relationship. So while we're breathing and practicing a state of fearlessness, we're going to trigger the resistance we're feeling. And when we trigger the resistance we're feeling, let's say, making that video or writing that first chapter of your book, imagine yourself doing it and notice in your body where all of a sudden you get tight, where you get anxious. Maybe it's resistance to asking a girl out, getting on stage. Imagine yourself doing that and feel the feelings of anxiety, of resistance in the body, and accept them, love them, right? Focusing on the body and keeping the body open while we're triggering the process, right? Now bring your body into that state of fearlessness. Bring your mind into that state of fearlessness, right? And basically sit with that resistance. Sit with the consequence of that resistance. Sit with the feeling of that resistance and build comfortability with the uncomfortable. You see, when resistance hits, when all of a sudden we really don't feel like going to the gym, but it's time to go to the gym, or it's time to write your book. When that feeling of resistance, which is inevitably going to hit, the more comfortable you are in that uncomfortable feeling, the less immediate reaction you have. Most of the time, when all of a sudden we're feeling out of it, we react. We rationalize a new plan. Literally, our conscious mind is there to rationalize how we feel. It's this rationalization operation going on. I want you to just build comfortability with that resistance and realize you have the power to move beyond it, right? It is not this unbeatable foe. No, build comfortability with it so that you don't react, right? And then really identify where this resistance is coming from. Do you believe writing is hard? Maybe you've had experience of failure with writing, or you've had a lot of resistance, or it hasn't been very fulfilling in the past. You need to identify the story. I'm not good enough. Oh, my writing needs to be perfect. Oh, it needs to be hard process, right? And you need to rewrite those stories. Imagine yourself writing that first chapter effortlessly, just easily in 1 hour. It just kind of falls out of you. Nothing you need to force or use too much energy doing. It's fun. Imagine yourself having fun with it, right? Imagine yourself dropping the perfectionism and letting your voice speak through. Rewrite the story that you are telling yourself about the process. If it's about going to the gym, you need to rewrite the story that going to the gym isn't hard, it's fun. I love going to the gym. I love feeling vital. I love creating feng shui and movement in my body. I love breaking out of stagnation. I love rising and conquering myself, conquering, this resistance pattern. It feels fucking great. You need to rewrite the story. Thirdly, getting back into building energy a little bit, is imagine the process. Imagine the image of perfection. Imagine yourself writing that story in the image of perfection. Imagine yourself, playing your music in the image of perfection, the perfect flow state. It's really about imagining how you are. This is the key. Process-oriented goal setting. Such a massive key. And then rest, reset, let the subconscious digest, whether it's 5 minutes of breath work or 30-minute walk, and surrender. Affirm yourself, affirm your power, even if really let yourself be as you are. Let yourself be where you are. If you're feeling tiredness, instead of using all these techniques to try to get yourself to the gym and force it, accept your tiredness. Accept and be as you are so that your walls and barricades drop. Your defenses drop so that you allow a new state to be realized. This transforms the energy. Intend the process you want to happen. Dissolve the form by accepting the current state in which you are, right? And then if you want to add a little bit to it, move your body powerfully, or move your body in a reflective way of the intention you're bringing forth. If I want to go to the gym, but I'm feeling tired per se, start moving your body and dancing, or moving it powerfully a few times. How we use our body creates the feeling, creates the vibrations in which we hold. Your vibration is literally how you're feeling in your body. That's why moving helps. Just moving that stagnant energy out so a new paradigm can come in and be realized. Have faith. Have faith in the intention you just set. You don't need to hold on to it consciously anymore. Have faith in the subconscious operations. Have faith in the universe. And then surrender into immediate action. Surrendering into immediate action looks like dropping the mind. The mind is where overthinking, procrastination, perfectionism exists. When we're overthinking, it's hard to step into a place of making or producing something, because producing something comes from the heart and the body and the mind synced up. We need to drop the overthinking, or this voice inside of our head saying go to the gym, and or write the book, and bring it into a place of beingness, where that's just what I do, right? Really practice how you are. Bring the mind into the heart and body, and just move on the intention. So that's a process, my friends, for repatterning resistance and really, making some massive leaps in life by using these strategies of building up energy, harnessing your fuel source, and then repatterning the resistance block. If you guys want to go deeper with me, message me on Facebook Messenger, or you can apply for a free one-on-one on my website. And yeah, we can dive into it a little bit deeper. Further manifestation masterclasses. My friends, this is only a small piece. There's 8 different aspects going around the whole, going around the entire pyramid, the Trinity of Manifestation. We have aspiration work, vision work, repatterning resistance, warriorship practices. There's 8 different aspects within this. As we do the alchemical process of solvet coagula, as we crystallize a form and then dissolve, always moving towards our aspiration and cultivating the sense of inspired action, really harnessing a higher way of beingness. This is the Trinity of Manifestation. We have a masterclass coming up, I believe, next weekend on Sunday. So you can apply for that. Links, it's on my website, also in the Facebook group. Go check out the Facebook group, and there's links within there for everyone watching there. Just go check out one of my last posts. I'm sure you can find a link. Thank you all so much for being here and watching this. I hope you got a lot out of it, and comment any questions below. I want to do more of these. There's a lot here. I can show you a little bit of the stuff we're going to be working with just at the end of this. So we have systems for building energy, getting clear. If you want to get clear on your vision, your aspiration, and mission, and what's the difference? What's vision? What's mission? And what's aspiration? By identifying these three helps with so much clarity in your life. And if you're feeling stuck and indecisive, you need to work on getting clear on an aspiration, and then from there, a vision, and then from there, a mission. If we don't decide or intend our reality, we will be a victim to someone else's intentions. We will not be stepping in that place of conscious creator. The first step is to identify your aspiration, your vision, and your mission. Primal warriorship is a huge one. Some practices we can do to feel greater and more powerful in our body, to establish a masculine foundation. And then dissolving reality is what so many people are missing. Thank you for being here, everyone. I'm going to check out the Facebook chat real quick. I'm too nihilistic to fight resistance. It doesn't matter enough. Brother Josue, that's because your vision doesn't inspire you. If you're feeling apathetic or like there's no reason to fight resistance, it's because you don't really want something. You need to go back to the beginning steps. And the beginning steps is, first off, finding an aspiration, a vision for your life, a higher destiny or calling that like really feels good, that you really want. To find that aspiration, reflect on your nature, reflect on your astrology, right? Reflect on like what you really could be here to do and serve, right? Find a dream of a reality, a lifestyle, a tribe that fucking inspires you, right? And if you don't have that, you're not going to have the energy to want to reprogram resistance. You need a vision of your potential. And then the vision and intention, like this should be in the realm of something you enjoy doing, vision. For me, it's like cultivating a vision of how I want to serve, how I want to create, how I want to coach. And it's like, these are things I enjoy doing and really want to do well. So I cultivate a lot of vision around it. I cultivate a lot of vision of where I'm going. And that is all stemming from a really deep longing, a really like well pulled back arrow of your highest hope. So those two things, if we want to combat apathy, is those. Hell yeah, everyone. That was a manifestation masterclass mini. I hope you enjoyed that. Definitely sign up for the next class this Sunday. And yeah, I want to do more of these in this Facebook group. It's awesome being here with all y'all. And if you're watching this on YouTube, peace out, everyone. Hit that like button and definitely share this. Or if you're in the Facebook group, invite others to this group and, share this video around with those that it's going to help. I hope you got a lot out of that. And always feel free to message me on Facebook to dive deeper or ask your personal questions. Thank you for being here. I will see you on the other side. Peace out, everyone.